Yep.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to the cat studio. It's kind of crazy that it's so quiet in here and we don't have any kids. But we really miss y'all and we wanted to start sharing some of the favorite projects the kids like to do, like in table time and in our after school classes and homeschool classes. So we're going to start with the favorite one, and that is the exploding volcanoes. And this project is really great to kind of teach a little bit of color theory, especially to the younger ones. So the materials that you'll need, you should have at home. You need some baking soda and some vinegar and some shaving cream. We get our shaving cream usually from the Dollar Tree. It's 99 cents or $1, I guess you would say. What you're going to do is first, and you also need some food coloring. And we're going to use the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And in a little container, put a little bit of vinegar in each one. And you can tell we make a mess at the studio. So if you are worried about making a mess, you can do what I did yesterday. I went through all of my towels and found a bunch that are either ragged or we don't need anymore. So go to your towel supply, find some towels, cover your table, cover your floor, and please let the kids kind of make a little bit of a mess. If you need to do this outside, it's a beautiful day outside. You could go outside and do this outside, but try not to be too concerned about making a mess. It makes it much more fun for everybody. So we're going to put a few drops of food coloring in each of these containers of vinegar. And these will be ready to go. If you have, we at the studio use liquid watercolor that we get from Dick Art Supply, and we love using that because you can use a lot of different colors that way. And what you're going to need to do is put a little bit of baking soda in a dish. You're going to get your shaving cream and start putting some shaving cream in here. So a little bit of each, and you want to mix it up until it gets to be a little bit where you can handle it, where you can mold it. So just start with a little baking soda at a time, and I'll just get my fingers in there. Start mixing it up. Okay, so we need a little bit more. Takes quite a bit of baking soda. And this, if you you can make a whole bunch at one time and keep it in a container that's airtight, and you could bring this out every now and again for more volcano fun. So
Show them that one.
You can, so we've already got some right here that we use. All right, so you want it to get to where you can make a mountain. That's still not quite. We might need a little bit more shaving cream in that. Told you it's going to be a mess, big old mess. That's what we love to do here. If you've never been to the studio before, you totally understand that. If you've been to table time, you know that we are all about making messes. That's how you learn, especially little kids. If they don't create a mess, they're not really learning a lot. Okay, so you're going to take, once you have it done, you can kind of see that I can pick it up and I can mold it into a volcano. And we always say a little bit goes a long way. There's actually a lot of power in that little mountain right there. So you don't need much more than that. And then you're going to take a dropper. If you do not have a food dropper, we're going to try with straws. But let me do the food dropper first and let's see what happens. So you're going to take your food dropper and get a little bit of vinegar and food coloring. You stick it kind of in the middle and squeeze, and you get an eruption. Lots of fun. And then what you can do to teach a little bit of color theory, we've got the red. We used red first because lava is red. So now we can see what happens when we add a little bit of yellow to it. And we can go to the other side, stick it in there. And then you can kind of see that the yellow and the red is mixing together to create orange, which we don't even have in our thing. So that's kind of exciting for the little kids to see. And then we can come in here and do some blue and see what happens when blue mixes with the red over on this side. We actually can see that the blue mixing with the red is purple, and then over on this side it's turning green. So this is a big learning experience, especially for the 1 and 2 year olds. Lots of fun. Now, they may think that there's not much more else to do, but if you can just continue going in here, there's a lot of energy in that volcano, and it will continue to explode and erupt. They do not need to add more. The tendency is to always get more. But this is a good way for them to learn that you really don't need to keep adding more of the volcano material here. There's still, even right now, there's still a lot. They can just kind of see, make it a game to see if they can find more areas where it will still erupt. So let's see if we can come and find some. See, it's still erupting right in there. So this would be kind of a fun kind of game for them to do. So something very simple, very easy. Everybody should have these for the most part, but let's try and see. I've not done this before. So we're going to see how using just a straw if you do not have an eyedropper. So we're going to take just a straw, and let's see if we just kind of put our finger at the top and see if we can put that in there and let it go. Doesn't work quite as much fun because you're not like pressing the
If you've got a syringe at home, it would probably work.
Yeah,
as well.
syringe. Or you could just kind of pour it on there. There you go. But it's way more fun with an eyedropper. So if you have an eyedropper, I would use the eyedropper. Or you know what? I bet you have a turkey baster in your kitchen. So use your turkey baster. That would be a good one to do. So easy. Probably you might want to do this outside. We don't care about making a mess in here, but let them just have a whole lot of fun. Now before I let you go here, I want to talk about a couple things that are really popular at our table time, and that are these color slicks. Now, you might not have these color slicks at home, but I bet if you go into your cosmetic drawer, you might find some lipsticks that you hate the color, that you don't use anymore. Use those lipsticks to create some fun designs just on a white piece of paper. But these color sticks, I actually get them on Zulily. So if you shop on Zulily, and I actually looked at Zulily today, and they do have them. I think this box may have been $13, I can't remember. But these are the most fun to use. And sometimes you can find these are more like, I guess, arty color slicks, but you can find some at Lidl about 4 times a year. I'll see them at Lidl, just little boxes. I think they might be boxes of maybe 8 or 12, but you know what, you got to get there before me because I usually buy them out when I see them. But the color slicks are really fun. They're like coloring with lipstick. They like slide across the paper, but the really neat thing about these is that they are water soluble, so you can come in here, you don't have to color the whole thing. I'm just doing quick so you can kind of get an idea. And you can get some water with a paintbrush, and you can kind of start blending those colors together. And you can kind of you could create a nice flower, or, you know, you can do some color theory, you know, blending the reds and yellows and the reds and the blues, etc., etc. So look for these. I know they're on Zulily now. The other thing that they have from this King Art supply are these tempera sticks. They're very similar to these gel sticks. They're a little less expensive, and it's painting like it's still very similar to the color slick, but I think they are more water soluble. So let's take that and add a little bit of this white to it and see what happens. Get my in here. Yeah, it's way more, it's just a whole different kind of material, but you could come up with some really cool projects to use with this. But just wanted to let you know about some of our 2 favorite things we put out at table time. All right, y'all send us some pictures. If you do any of this, take video, take pictures, put them on our Facebook page and let us know. I'm gonna cry because we really miss y'all.